Well, tonight we are hearing from the Good Samaritan who police say helped a human trafficking victim escape from her alleged captor in Baldwin County. Police say 22-year-old T. Henry Currens from Jacksonville, Florida, was taken into custody in Robertsdale after his victim notified a gas station attendant she had been kidnapped. NBC 15's Corey Pippin is live in Robertsdale. And Corey, you spoke to the gas station employee about this frightening situation.
I did, Greg. The clerk said the victim and her alleged captor were here on the Chevron property at a gas pump for around 20 minutes before she eventually made a break for it, running inside and calling the police and possibly saving her life.
She was distraught. I could tell something was wrong. Something happened. She was shaking and crying.
The last thing Amy Giordano expected was the woman in front of her to be an escaped human trafficking victim. Giordano was working a busy Saturday morning shift at the Chevron on US 90 and County Road 71 in Robertsdale when a woman and a man, identified by police as 22-year-old T. Henry Currens, pulled in to get gas.
Next thing I know, she comes darting across the parking lot, come running inside. She'd been beaten, and I could see that she had marks on her face.
Giordano says the woman asked her to call the police while Currens drove off in their car.
I made sure she stayed inside and kind of watched the cameras to make sure that he didn't come back. Then he pulled back up like 10 minutes later.
Thankfully, Robertsdale police officers pulled in right behind him. They took Currens into custody and the victim to safety.
She stated that she'd been kidnapped from Jacksonville, Florida. They knew each other there. We believe they were in transit to the Mobile area for Mardi Gras. When it comes to human trafficking, they are often drawn to areas with large venues where they have large crowds.
Human trafficking has been called an epidemic, making headlines across the country, with authorities declaring I-10 as a major corridor.
It's very scary because, I mean, it can happen to anybody, you know, and I think she'd been with him for a while. I'm glad that she's safe, and I'm glad that I was there to help her.
Currens is charged with human trafficking and kidnapping, but he could face more charges in the future. Robertsdale police say they are working with Jacksonville authorities as well as federal authorities, and the investigation is ongoing. According to Giordano, the victim has come back into the store recently to thank her for all the help. Reporting live in Robertsdale, I'm Corey Pippin, NBC 15 News.